To the class of 2020, I would open up with good morning or good evening, but frankly, I have no idea what time you will be watching this. As I was thinking of what inspirational thing I could write in the speech, I'm going to be honest, I couldn't think of anything. So what I decided to do is take you through a time machine from freshman to senior year of all the events that we lived through that have led to this point. So let's throw it back to 2016, or as all you may know, the beginning of freshman year. There was really nothing to complain about. The only worry any of us really had was who was going to ask who to formal, or hearing the words, the Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test. We were pumped about decorating the homecoming floats or our first rally and the first Wasco football game. We were all trying to find Pikachu to be the best, arguably the best app ever invented, which was Pokemon Go. When we weren't doing that, we were talking about the new hit show, Stranger Things, that took over the world. This is also around the time when the music was the absolute best and the girls all of a sudden became believers once again. As the year winded down, I think we could all agree the only thing we were sad about was not being able to have Miss Servino as a science teacher for the rest of our years. Then we moved into sophomore year, where still things were going pretty good. That year, Sadie's was the dance of the year as it had 400 students in attendance. It also brought upon one of my all-time favorite memories as I got to perform the Manus chapter live. There was a legendary moment when we all rushed the field as we crushed Wasco 47-7 to end the streak. This time was the beginning of the girlfriends getting lagged on because the boys had just discovered Fortnite. The whole world was seeing God's plan for what seemed like years. Some of us even started driving, which ultimately terrified all the teachers. And Infinity War made us all go through heartbreak as we watched Spider-Man literally disintegrate in Iron Man's arms. The summer going into junior year, all we heard was how hard and tough junior year really was. And I think we could all agree they weren't lying. Right off the bat, we survived 2 large earthquakes, which the world hadn't seen in a while. This is the year where most of our tardies went up and our grades went down. The SAT had us all crying to our moms, and the stress of getting prepared for senior year was overwhelming. But in all that, there was still some great moments. We finally got to experience our first prom, which for some reason we thought was going to be different than formal. Also, the upcoming of TikTok was going on as we were all trying to perfect the dance of Lil Nas X's single, Old Town Road. We all cheered as we saw the Avengers finally take down Thanos and got to see Captain America finally rest. As the year winded down, we were just relieved that we made it, because we knew senior year was going to be the time of our life. Or so we thought. The start of senior year was going just as expected. Most of us finally got the class schedules we always wanted, and we were now at the age where drama didn't really matter as much, and we were just having a great time. We were the first senior class to have formal at a place outside of school. We experienced our last Wasco and winter rallies. In short, everything was great. And then 2020 hit. At this point, we're pretty much caught up, so I'm just going to list all the stuff that has happened just in the last couple months. Right off the bat, rumors that we are entering World War III came about. Then, one of the most beloved basketball players of all time, Kobe Bryant, and his daughter Gigi died unexpectedly in a helicopter crash. Australia was burning down because of the nonstop bushfires, and this is when it starts to get real crazy. The Pentagon released videos of, and I quote, UFOs. So there's probably aliens talking and walking as I'm speaking this speech. Murder hornets came to Washington as their sting is supposed to be as venomous as a snake's bite. We even saw on Twitter that rogue monkeys were riding miniature dirt bikes and trying to kidnap children. And of course, right in the middle of this was a pandemic that ultimately ruined our senior year. We learned we wouldn't have senior ditch day or any senior activities at all, no grad night, and possibly not even a graduation. So now this leads us to present day. And I know you're all still very angry and sad and asking why did my senior year have to end like this? And believe me, I am too. But I would like to try to give you something positive to look at because of all this. We are still here. What I mean by this is throughout all those crazy events, all of us are okay, and actually still doing pretty good. I would like to share with you a quote from street poet and Canadian rapper Drake, who once said, "Sometimes it's the journey that teaches you a lot about the destination." Our journey of high school happened to be the craziest one, but we pushed through and we still made it to our destination. So in life, Each and every one of you are going to go through times where it seems like it's never going to get better. I'm here to tell you it will. Just push through and never quit. Because once you get to that destination where you could say you finally reached that dream or achieved that goal or got that big time job, you'll look back and you'll appreciate the journey you took to get there. You are all going to do wonderful things on this earth, and you will leave your footprint on this world. Always chase your dreams and never quit. It was an honor to give this speech today, and it was an honor to be your ASB president. I love you, class of 2020. Peace out.